What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oleksandr Usyk, Daniel Dubois. Get this. Usyk Dubois contract update as purse bid date nears. Oleksandr Usyk is yet to reach an agreement with Daniel Dubois to defend his WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight titles. Following the disappointment collapse of the Fury fight, Team Usyk promptly confirmed that the unification champion would go ahead with the mandatories, which he has 3. First up is Daniel Dubois, who is represented by the same promoter, Frank Warren, with Queensberry. He won the mandatory position by gaining sanctioning body's regular belt from Trevor Bryant back in June of 2022 and has had one defense against Kevin Ladena in December. Usyk told BT Sports that the talks are ongoing every day, but that no contract was signed. He says, quote, "That's what we're working on now. I had conversations with George Warren yesterday, the day before yesterday, this morning, and we're going to have one tomorrow morning to try to find a solution. If we don't find a solution, the difference between the Tyson Fury and Dubois negotiations is that this agreement is regulated by the rules. So if we don't find a resolution and the contract is not signed at the end of the day, we have the purse bid." Whether or not the solution Usyk is looking for is a problem or standard negotiations wasn't clear. What was clear, though, was that they would be complying with the mandatory obligations no matter what. The purse bid, as set by the WBA official order, will take place May 3rd, just 1 week from this interview. Asked where he might look to stage it, he had a winning bid. The promoter mentioned Poland as a potential border-sharing nation with Usyk's Ukraine, and therefore the closest he could be currently come to a home fight given the ongoing Russia conflict. He said, according to the purse bid rules, you have to put at least 3 dates and 3 possible locations. So if I was to bid this afternoon, I would say Middle East, Poland, and the UK. Should Usyk beat Dubois, he will then likely be ordered to face Filip Hrgovic and then Zhilei Zhang. Fans will hope that the talks can resume with Fury at some stage in between, but that's far from a given conclusion. And let me counterpunch. I don't know who's holding it up. I imagine that, Dubois, his team, with George, Warren and Frank and company, I imagine they want more money from Usyk because at this point, they are not the A side. They are not the people that are holding the cards. They are not holding the hostage of the percentage. They're not doing that. And I think this was strategy because what Usyk was doing, Usyk was sacrificing himself in order to become great for an opportunity to fight for undisputed. But then Tyson kept on hauling and stalling. And what they did was, okay, fine, let's move this rook here, okay, and let's make a big play. Let's stay with the same promotional company because that's where Frank's at. Let's fight Dubois then we can have a bigger piece of this puzzle and we can show Frank how it's done. But this is a good thing, so no matter how this goes, it's going to have to happen, okay? Because the purse bid is the purse bid no matter what. So if it's 25, 75, that's what it's going to be, okay? Not 7.93 like he did with Joyce or any of that other shit, but 25.35, okay? And, Dubois can take it or walk away. It's simple, but it would have to be up to Dubois if he really wanted to take 25%, and I can't imagine why he wouldn't because he's not a marquee value. You know what I mean? He's an up-and-coming fighter with that blemish to Joe Joyce. Now, Joe Joyce has been beaten. Now he lowers as well because it's like, okay, the guy that beat you, if he gets beat, where does that make you? Lower than him or lower than makes you even lower. Okay, because it's different when someone that beats you never been beat. Now that person's been beat. Now you have another factor that added to this whole debacle, okay, this whole equation. So Daniel Dubois wanting the opportunity for 3 belts, I can't imagine what's going on over there with Queensberry. They want more money. That's the only thing that I can see. They want more money for that mandatory, but it's a mandatory. So it's something that you fought to put yourself in position for, and you have to take whatever it is by rules, by sanctioning rules. Okay, so the WBA is orchestrating all these rules, so they have to go for it. And I thought it was May 2nd, but I guess it is May 3rd. So May 2nd or May 3rd is where when the purse bid is going to happen, and then we'll know what exactly will happen. But it does baffle me on why that this deal hasn't been made. That's bothersome. You know what I mean? Maybe I hope they haven't looked at some of the flashbacks or tried some of the same things that, they pulled with Tyson Fury, But again, that's the good thing about mandatories, because they can't pull too much because the sanctioning body's eyes are watching. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this update between Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois, that the fight has not came to negotiations. No contract has been signed. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.